Hello everyone. During a train journey back home after vacation, I shared a seance with a man. He was a real estate agent, and he proceeded to tell me a story about one of his clients. Here is the story I would like to recount. The story commences when he sold a house to a married couple. This house was quite spacious, consisting of 2 floors and even a rooftop, making it ideal for relaxation and admiring the city at night. After the couple moved in, some strange events began to occur on the 3rd day. The first 2 days were uneventful, but on the 3rd day, while the couple was asleep in the middle of the night, they were suddenly awakened by a knocking at their bedroom door. Both of them awoke and felt puzzled, unable to fathom who would be knocking on their door at such an hour. Initially, the husband feared it might be a burglar, so he was frightened. However, he gathered his courage, approached the door, and opened it, only to find no one on the other side. He returned to the room and tried to go back to sleep. However, not long after, the door to his room automatically opened, even though he had locked it very carefully earlier. Once again, he was startled and stepped out to check, but still didn't see anyone. Soon after, the telephone rang. And he hastily picked it up. However, there was no response from the other end of the line. It dawned upon him that they had only moved into this house 3 days ago, and they hadn't even installed a telephone yet. Panic overcame him, and he hurried to check the phone, discovering that it was an old, faulty phone left behind by the previous owner. At that moment, he began to feel increasingly fearful and decided to awaken his wife to share the strange occurrences. Nevertheless, his wife doubted him, thinking he was merely having a dream, and she advised him to continue resting for work the next day. She went back to sleep, but her husband couldn't find slumber. He lay back down, closed his eyes, and the eerie images continued to haunt him. On the 4th day, after having dinner, the couple opted to unwind on the rooftop. There, the wife witnessed something horrifying. When the couple was cooling off on the rooftop, suddenly the wife saw the figure of a woman with a terrifying, eerie face. The woman appeared and disappeared, looking truly frightening. This led them to put the house up for sale and move elsewhere. According to various sources, before the house was built, the land was once a cemetery and had been relocated. Many previous homeowners had sold their houses within a month of moving in. This story raises questions about whether some supernatural force was at play in the house or if it was merely a peculiar prank orchestrated by someone. A nurse at the hospital recounted a story to me about a patient who had just been admitted after an accident. While waiting for the doctor to examine him, a peculiar event unfolded. Suddenly, he felt as though something bizarre had infiltrated his body or that some mysterious force was affecting him. The nurse couldn't forget the horrifying scene she witnessed. The patient began to experience excruciating pain, and during this time, 2 large fangs emerged from his mouth, creating a terrifying spectacle. This story prompts inquiries about the cause of this strange phenomenon, whether it might be a supernatural occurrence or simply a curious medical condition.